this is going to be a vlog. So today we are starting out with unbraiding. It has been 3 good months and it's time to say goodbye. I know maybe it doesn't seem as though my hair is bad now, but it is bad, and like it or not, I need to say bye to her. So I just want to gain the courage of cutting with you guys here. Wow. Okay, there's no going back now.
You hit me up on the ground and slid in my DMs. You said we should be friends. I said I got enough of them. You texted me every day, even with nothing to say. I knew you wouldn't be late, and you had me cheesing all day. This feeling's got me always wanting more. I know you're feeling the same way for sure. I'm sorry if I sound so insecure, but I just gotta know why you never pull up, pull up. Keep saying you gon' come through. Am I good enough? Am I good enough? Am I good enough for you? Pull up, pull up. Keep saying you gon' come through. Am I good enough? Am I good enough? Am I good enough for you? Pull up, pull up. Quit saying you gon' come through. You're not good enough, you're not good enough, but I'm good enough for you. Pull up, pull up. Quit saying you gon' come through. You're not good enough, you're not good enough, but I'm good enough for you. You said you gon' hold me down, even when no one's around. And we can drive all over town until the sun comes down. I waited so long for the day where I can finally see your face, and we would be in one place, but that day it never came. This feeling's got me always wanting more. I know you're feeling the same way for sure. I'm sorry if I sound so insecure, but I just gotta know why you never pull up, pull up. Keep saying you gon' come through. Am I good enough? Am I good enough? Am I good enough for you? Pull up, pull up. Keep saying you gon' come through. Am I good enough? Am I good enough? Am I good enough for you? Pull up, pull up. Quit saying you gon' come through. You're not good enough, you're not good enough, but I'm good enough for you. Pull up, pull up. Quit saying you gon' come through. You're not good enough, you're not good enough, but I'm good enough for you. Hi, I'm good enough, so good enough. Hi, I'm good enough. Hi, I'm good enough, so good enough. Hi, I'm good enough.
Also, you must make sure that you work on sections. Don't work on the whole head, but dividing my hair into different sections helped a lot. And with big sections, make sure you put the oil on your hand, a good amount of oil, and then just rub it onto your hair to make it softer, and then start working on it. Remember, a lot of hair is lost immediately after unbraiding, so regardless of you going to a salon to get your hair done, just make sure if you are unbraiding at home that you take the necessary steps to at least retain your hair. it takes so much to grow our hair. The least you could do is really try your best to make sure that the least that you've grown stays with you, okay?
I said I got enough of them. You texting me every day, even when nothing to say.
So once I'm done with working on that section, I make sure to tie it up, sort of like braid, so that I know that I'm done with this section and it's out of my way. So I do that for the whole part of my hair until I'm done with the whole head.
But I just gotta know why you never pull up, keep saying you gon' come through.
Off to the back of my head. So mostly the back and the front are the ones that have the most knots, so you really have to pay attention there. And working on the back of my head, just applying oil, there's this part of my head that actually doesn't grow hair, that actually doesn't grow. So 15-year-old me would have not filmed this. I would have cut off this part of the video, like the back of my head, because I know there's a part of me that has hair that doesn't grow, and not a lot of people have that. And this has been one of the things that stopped me. I remember when I was younger, especially when I was in high school, I would not submit work before anyone else has submitted, because I did not want anyone to stand behind me. I felt like when someone is standing behind me, they are looking at my imperfections. I found this as an imperfection, and it made me so self-conscious. It ate at my self-esteem, okay? If I was standing and there was someone behind me, I would not stand straight. I would stand sideways and act like we are chatting, because I don't want them to see my back. That's how self-conscious I was. And it's so painful, because at some point I realized that it is stopping me from doing a lot of things, right? Like, it is stopping me from, when I'm done with my work and I want to submit, I can't, because I need to wait for others to submit first, so that they don't stand behind me. Also, when I was still in high school, I went to St. Teresa's High School. We wore white shirts, and before I left, I would put black polish on this patch of my head. I would put black shoe polish on this part of the hair, because I didn't want people to see that I have it. It made me so self-conscious. And imagine black shoe polish on a white shirt. What kind of mess is that? Imagine the work that I have to do when I wash my shirts. Do you see how much it consumed my time? How much it consumed my emotions? And at some point I had to accept it. At that time I didn't braid straight up cornrows. I didn't braid straight up what's this, twist or anything like that. Anything that has me to tie my hair up, I didn't want it, because I felt like someone else was going to see my imperfections. And there was a point where I had to accept it, where I had to accept that this is something that's not going anywhere anytime soon. I remember I even prayed about this. I was like, God, please grow my hair. I just need my hair to grow. And it still hasn't grown even today. So if I allowed myself to still carry this, it would stop me from a lot of things. Which the moral of the story here is saying, there's always something imperfect about us. We are human beings. So if there's something that is imperfect about you, don't accept it to be. Don't let it be who you are. Don't let it consume you. Yes, some days are harder than others, I can attest. But then accept and find a way to live with it. Now, I braid cornrows up. I braid anything. I even fasten my hair up. And my bald hair is still there, but I fasten my hair up, okay? So accept where you are and just let it go. Next part, I was done with the whole of my head, and now what I then start doing is looking pretty, yeah? But more than that, the important part is now washing my hair, and I use this Sunsilk shampoo, so it comes in smaller sachets. And why am I smiling? Anyways, it comes in smaller sachets. I cut it off. I apply it. Also, when I wash my hair, I wash it in sections. But also because I'm not in a salon. So in a salon, they would do the whole head at once. But because I'm doing my own hair and I really, really want to be thorough, I make sure to like wash it in sections as well, especially when I'm applying shampoo. So I'll apply shampoo on this section, try and detangle it, try and add water, rub it in, and then move on to the next section until I'm done with all sections. Then I can finally work on my whole head, right?
On the ground and slid in my DMs. You said we should be friends. I said I got enough of them. You texted me every day, even with nothing to say. I knew you wouldn't be late, and you had me cheesing all day. This feeling's got me always wanting more. I know you're feeling the same way for sure. I'm sorry if I sound so insecure, but I just gotta know why you never pull up. Keep saying you gon' come through. Am I good enough? Am I good enough? Am I good enough for you? Pull up. Keep saying you gon' come through. Am I good enough? Am I good enough? Am I good enough for you? Pull up. Quit saying you gon' come through. You're not good enough, but I'm good enough for you. Pull up, quit saying you gon' come through. You're not good enough, but I'm good enough for you. You said you gon' hold me down, even when no one's around. And we can drive all over town, until the sun comes down. I waited so long for the day where I can finally see your face, and we would be in one place, but that day it never came. This feeling's got me always wanting more. I know you're feeling the same way for sure. I'm sorry if I sound so insecure, but I just gotta know why you never pull up. Keep saying you gon' come through. Am I good enough? Am I good enough? Am I good enough for you? Pull up. Keep saying you gon' come through. Am I good enough? Am I good enough? Am I good so good enough. I'm good enough.
So I went back and I tied my hair into 2 sections again, because I could not blow dry it as a whole. So I had to divide it into 2 sections. And yeah, basically I went back because I had already applied product, but I feel like the product was on the outside of my hair. So I went back and tried to apply product down to my scalp, which is where most of the growth happens. And I just applied on this section and I went on to blow dry my hair. But going back to the story or the part of imperfections, guys, I feel like I do want to go back to it, because when I spoke about it, I remember this one girl one time when we were submitting I think it was even maths homework. We were submitting maths homework, and I didn't want to be in front, but because I just really, really wanted to submit, I ended up submitting. And when I was submitting, she was behind me and she started rubbing at the back of my head, and she was like, why don't you have hair here? Guys, I thought I was going to die. Okay? And if I had honestly paid attention to what people thought of my hair or what... And the funny thing is that whatever people think of you doesn't last more than 10 minutes. Like, someone can ask you about something you are wearing now, and trust me, 10 minutes later, they are on to the next thing. And you can honestly say you agree with what I'm saying, because there was a time where you thought you were drowning. There was a time where you couldn't even, you were so embarrassed about something, but now thinking about it, you are like, wow, I can't believe I moved on from that. And that's me just saying, whatever it is that you feel self-conscious about, especially if it is stopping you from reaching your full potential, if it is stopping you from doing a lot of things, don't pay attention to it. Don't give it time. Don't give it an opportunity. Don't make it a big deal. We turn something so small into a big deal. I mean, I don't have hair at the back of my head, but does that mean when I eat, the food that I eat doesn't go to my stomach, it exits using the bald patch on my head? No. I'm still human. I'm still human with whatever I have. Same applies to you. I don't know what sort of imperfection you have or what you are self-conscious about. It could be a weight. It could be anything. And guys, let me tell you, if there's something you can do about your imperfection, do that. Like, I remember yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I saw a TikTok where there's a lady from South Africa that went to Turkey to get hair implants. She didn't have hair in the front of her head, so she didn't have a hairline at all, and she went and got it implanted, and she was doing the whole cost of the trip from SA to whatever. I think the amount that she eventually, like the whole amount, the cost of everything else, went somewhere to 200,000, and she could afford it and she wanted it. So if you can afford it and you want it, please make sure that you sort out your imperfections. I do want to eventually get my hair sorted out at the back, but right now I don't have the means. So I'm not saying, no, I'm going to live with this for the rest of my life. If I want to, I could. But also, if I want to get it fixed, I will, which is the same as weight. Are you struggling with weight? Can you do something about it? Of course, you can go to the gym. If you feel like you can't go to the gym, then do something basic. Like drink water, do skipping rope, like do something about whatever is making you self-conscious. Because yes, the problem is there, but trust me, the solution is there as well. That is why I always say it's that I have nothing against people that eventually decide to get BBLs or get their nose done or get anything done just to make you feel good. Get whatever you have to get done to make you feel good, okay? So here I was just applying product, and then I went on to blow dry my hair, this section of my hair, and I'll time lapse so that you can see the difference before I blow dried and when I did. And also this one that I'm working on now, I'll show you the difference once compared to this other one that is still tied. All right, please enjoy.
That is the end of my wash day. I didn't blow up this one a lot. I'm just tired now, so it will be like this. Where's my comb? So thank you so much for watching, and see you when we braid.